positive, but reports say many migrants refuse to be vaccinated, and the border facilities are overwhelmed. So, what to do? Texas Congressman Ronny Jackson joins us, retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral, former White House doctor for both Presidents Obama and Trump. Congressman Jackson, welcome.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you guys having me.
Of course. Well, in your opinion, do infected migrants pose a public health danger to the citizens of the United States?
Absolutely, Eric. That's very obvious at this particular point. We have literally hundreds of thousands of these immigrants crossing our border every month. 200,000 if you count the number that are crossing that we know about, that we interacted with, and 35,000 this last month of June that were gotaways that we saw cross the border on camera, but we never had any interaction with. When I was at the border months ago, we looked and we talked to HHS facility out in Carrizo Springs, and they told us at the time that they were testing people, that they hadn't been tested by Border Patrol because they didn't have the resources to do it. And they were showing up at the HHS facility. The day they walked through the door, 20% of them were testing positive for coronavirus. And during their stay, another 5% tested positive. That means 20%? That 25%.
That's 25%. That's a quarter.
That's a quarter of these people. They're completely unvaccinated for the most part. They have a high rate of infection. And now that we have the Delta virus here, they're coming across the border in greater numbers than ever before. They are a huge health risk for this country. It's being completely ignored by the Biden administration. And their message is so inconsistent right now with mask mandates and vaccine mandates and distancing and talking about shutting things down again now. Simultaneously, the southern border is wide open, and they are encouraging people to keep coming in greater numbers.
Well, you know, they're not. You just
pointed
out that they're not tested, we're told, at the border. They're tested at facilities like the one you visited, also NGOs, Catholic Charities. They test people. You have the case in Whataburger. There are 10 hotels. Right. 10 hotels, get this, in La Jolla. They're put in the hotels, and volunteers apparently say, wash them. They bring them their food, but you got that family went into Whataburger. Told the police that they had COVID. And officials on there are really concerned that they can just walk out of the hotel or get on a bus and be gone with COVID.
There's no control at all, Eric. And you got to look at the political motivations of these people. You're right. They're coming over, and HHS is trying to test a few of them. But they're turning most of it over to these NGOs like Catholic Charities. And Catholic Charities are very politically motivated. I'm sure they do a lot of great things, but they are very, very political. I've dealt with them a lot.
Well, they say this. I know, but they say it was an isolated case, and there's a great deal of misinformation.
It's not an isolated case. They know that these people were COVID positive. They put them in a hotel, for crying out loud. That's not how they're supposed to be quarantined. They should have been returned to their country of origin. They shouldn't have been brought into this country to start with. As soon as we found out they were COVID positive, they should have been returned. And this is not the way it's supposed to operate. But I guarantee you, there are people getting on planes, trains, and buses right now that are COVID positive, and some of them have been tested and some of them haven't been, and they're taking it to small towns and cities all over this country.
You're a physician, you're a doctor. We're told about 1/3 or so of the migrants refuse to be vaccinated. So here are some of the statistics from the countries from where they're coming in terms of vaccination rates. And it's astounding, Congressman. Guatemala has a vaccination rate of 1.91%, less than 2%. Honduras, just over 3%, 3.5%. Okay, Mexico is 20%, El Salvador 23%. What is the potential danger if you have migrants migrants who refuse to be vaccinated, who are not vaccinated, who spread out across the country? Can they spread coronavirus because they're not vaccinated?
100% they can. They absolutely can. And what they're going to do is we worked hard over the last year to get back to normal in this country in a lot of places. And we've got large numbers of the U.S. population has voluntarily stepped up and got vaccinated. A large number of people that didn't get vaccinated have a natural immunity because they got the illness. We have reached herd immunity in this country. In my opinion, I can almost guarantee that if we really looked at the numbers, we are already there. But these people are going to come in and they're going to dilute that. And we are going to be back in a situation where we're in crisis again. And we're going to be having our governments trying to shut us down again. That alone, the fact that they have such low vaccination rates in those countries should be enough to stop immigration from those countries altogether. They should be frozen right now.
Guatemala, 1.91%, according to COVID Vax Live, the percentage of vaccinations in that country. Dr. Ronny Jackson, Congressman from Texas, doctor and Congressman, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your insight on both sides.
Thank you, Eric.
Right. Alicia?